All right, I'm really excited for today's show. I hop in the shoes of Howie Roseman. I enter the war room for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's my first Philadelphia Eagles mock draft, as if I'm the general manager and I'm making the picks. So without further ado, you're watching Philadelphia Eagles. Now, it's draft season. Let's get the show underway. At pick number 10 for Philadelphia, I could not help myself. I'm going with Bijan Robinson. I think by far at this point, with Jalen Carter off the board, he is the best player available. A transcendent talent who can change the complexion of this offense, is a great scheme fit, and an overall weapon that could take this Eagles offense to new heights. A cheaper player than Miles Sanders would have been if you re-signed him, and a better player than Miles Sanders. Look no further than the production the last couple of years. 1,127 rushing yards in 2021. Average yards per carry, an astounding 5.8. He had 26 receptions for 295 yards to go along with 15 total touchdowns. That year in 2021, everybody was really, really impressed with Bijan Robinson. He burst onto the scene and became a bona fide superstar. Nobody thought he was going to be able to duplicate those numbers. But what did he do in 2022? He upped his draft stock, he played even better, and the production increased. Nearly 1,600 rushing yards. Average yards per carry went up in addition to the rushing yards. 19 receptions for 314 yards. You can line him up in the slot. He can catch balls out of the backfield. He can run in between the tackles. He can get out to the edge, and 20 total touchdowns. I understand that I am against taking running backs in the first round, but I'm against taking running backs in the first round for teams that have a bevy of needs across the board, because oftentimes if you have a top 10 pick, you're a bad football team. But the Philadelphia Eagles won the NFC last year, made it to the Super Bowl. They don't have a lot of needs. So I'm going with the luxury pick here. I'm getting the Ferrari, and I'm going Bijan Robinson. With that, our poll question is this. Let's put you to the test. Would you take Bijan at number 10? T for take or P for pass? At number 30, who do we go with? We go at a position of strength and a position that Howie Roseman likes to build his teams with, and that is edge rusher. B.J. Ojulari just had a pre-draft visit with Philadelphia, edge rusher out of LSU, and his college production, very, very impressive for the Tigers. You take a look at some of the numbers that he put up, both in his career and in 2022. This guy is quick around the edge with that first step like Hassan Reddick, has a good pass rush arsenal, is relentless in getting after the quarterback, and the numbers show it. 58 tackles last year, 8.5 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. His career stats in 31 games played, if you put him opposite of Hassan Reddick, I think the sack numbers do go up, and the fact that he had a top 30 visit with Philadelphia is pretty telling. Goes to show you they're pretty interested. 128 tackles over that span, 25.5 tackles for loss, 16.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. And it would be good for him to come in as a rookie and get tutored by the likes of Hassan Reddick, who maybe he can be like one day. A Brandon Graham, a Fletcher Cox. BG is old. That's the thought of taking Ojulari here, and you can't trust Derek Barnett. You have Hassan Reddick. You have Josh Sweat. I think you need another edge rusher, and to get him here at number 30, I like the value. The Eagles did host him for a top 30 visit, so like I said, they are pretty interested in B.J. Ojulari. So make sure you subscribe to the show because our draft content going to continue to be killer. Do want to give a shout out to our sponsor today. It is Fume. Are you tired of struggling with bad habits? Cold turkey might be great for sandwiches, but there's a better way to break free from those pesky habits, and it does not involve weird mind voodoo or other bizarre tactics. Introducing our sponsor, Fume, an innovative, award-nominated device that helps you kick bad habits to the curb by focusing on the good parts. Scan the QR code that we're showing you here on your screen to learn more about Fume. It's all about embracing the natural. It's not electronic, and instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Best of all, it's free of harmful chemicals and packed with delicious, all-natural flavors. The adjustable airflow dial, movable parts, and magnets make it a perfect thing for fidgeting, which can alleviate stress and getting rid of that bad habit. With over 100,000 customers and countless success stories, there's no reason you can't be next. So start your journey towards a healthier lifestyle with the Journey Pack from Fume. Visit tryfume.com/chatsports. Use the code CHATSPORTS, 10% off. That's tryfum.com/chatsports. Let's move forward here to pick number 62 in the second round for Philadelphia. And we go with the position of need. You lost Marcus Epps. You lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And I really like the game for Jordan Battle. This is an instinctual, heady player who has a high football IQ, learned under one of the best coaches ever in the history of football, college or pro, in Nick Saban. And he just has a knack for getting his hat on guys, for making big plays, pass breakups, interceptions, big-time moments. He steps up. 71 tackles last year, 2 pass breakups to go along with 1 interception. And again, I'm about value. I'm about best player available. He was still on the board, and I think he can be a very early starter in his NFL career. Just because you signed Terrell Edmunds and Justin Evans does not keep you from taking Jordan Battle. Why? They both signed 1-year contracts. Another reminder, subscribe to the show. I think our draft coverage has been absolutely sensational here on Philadelphia Eagles. Now, mock drafts, player profiles. We've done a couple of player interviews from the NFL Scouting Combine. Go Birds. This is more of a pick where the Eagles don't really necessarily have a need for Parker Washington, although I do think they need to upgrade a wide receiver 3. But I'm looking at the scenario here on the board, and I'm like, okay, pick number 94, Parker Washington. He's had great production at Penn State. He was a Houston high school phenom, and this is a big-bodied wide receiver who you can use in a versatile way out of the slot, and I do think that he would be able to give you more production as a rookie than what Quez Watkins can give you next year in 2023, because I think the book is out on Quez. It's a little bit too inconsistent. Parker Washington, in 2029 games played, 36 catches, 489 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Pretty solid. He nearly doubles his production the next year in 2021 in 13 games played with 820 yards. And in 2022, he didn't pop. That Penn State offense struggled to throw the football from time to time. 46 catches, 611 yards, 2 touchdowns, but a big-bodied wide receiver who plays physical, plays tough, can get some of those 50-50 balls, and I really do like his game. This is going to surprise some people, but at pick number 219, how about Stetson Bennett? Get rid of Ian Book and bring in Stetson Bennett, the 2-time national champion, as your quarterback number 3. And once Marcus Mariota's 1-year deal expires, maybe Stetson Bennett can be your backup. And if Jalen Hurts were to go down, I have confidence in Stetson Bennett in the big stage. I like Stetson Bennett. I like Dorian Thompson-Robinson in this 7th round. We go Bennett here because, look, I do believe that he can be a good spot starter, maybe even a Brock Purdy type. That's my pro comp for Stetson Bennett. He can matriculate around the pocket. He can make plays out of structure. He's a pretty good athlete, a little bit quicker than what people give him credit for. Not a bazooka for an arm, but at the NFL Combine, I thought that he was unleashing some bombs. And I like the experience at Georgia. Now, he is an older player for sure, so a lot of teams are going to balk at that. 32 games started, though. Completed 65% of his passes, won 2 natties, 66 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. Sometimes the decision-making, it can annoy you a little bit, but Stetson Bennett, an absolute gamer. Your one-word reaction if the Eagles were to take Stetson Bennett, what would it be? Shocker? Surprised? Wow? I'm just going winner, because Nick Sirianni, he likes winners. And with the final pick in my Eagles mock draft, we go cornerback here, Christian Braswell out of Rutgers. No guarantee he's going to make the 53-man roster, but look, if he doesn't make the 53-man roster, you cut him, you put him on the practice squad. Howie Roseman even said that when it comes to building our defenses, we build along the defensive line, then we go out to cornerback. They like developing corners, and sometimes you can get very good corners in the 7th round. So this is my first mock draft here. I thought I did a damn good job in the shoes of Howie Roseman in this war room for Philadelphia. If you like what I did, give me a grade. If you hate what I did, you can still give me a grade. You can rip me. You can praise me, whatever you want. So to round things out here, my Eagles mock draft, all 6 players here. Pick number 10 in the first round, Bijan Robinson, too good to pass up on. Later in the first round, BJ Ojulari, the edge rusher out of LSU. Pick 62, Jordan Battle. Back end of the second round, you get your future starting safety, ideally. Parker Washington, pick 94 in the third round, wide receiver out of Penn State. Then a couple of 7th-round picks here. You go Stetson Bennett, and Christian Braswell to round things out. Appreciate y'all for watching Philadelphia Eagles now. Hope you've all been enjoying our draft content. By the time you watch this, I'm in Key West enjoying it, but the content and the videos and the shows continue here on the channel.